and welcome back, intergalactic, interdimensional friends. My name is Brennan. You're tuned into Waking Up with Wolf. Thank you so much, everyone, once again for joining in. For those of you here, perhaps right off the start, huge bonus points to you. For those of you tuned in on Facebook, for those of you tuned in on Instagram, for those of you tuned in on YouTube, for those of you tuned in on TikTok. That's right, we broadcast across all networks so that we can send the message, so that we can invite more people to take part in this inspirational team rising meditation that we do. And we do this Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as a way to just be able to create space for us to be able to practice meditation, for us to be able to align with some very powerful stories, for us to be able to hang out with each other, for us to just be able to drop into our heart space and to, again, be able to practice. To be able to practice the art of being able to drop into our heart space, to become more aware of our breath. So all those exciting things. So for those of you tuned in on Facebook, on YouTube, please feel free to like this video, share it with your friends. For those of you on Instagram, if you've been here before and you're sticking around for this time, go ahead and invite one person to tune in tomorrow. That is something that I want to be able to encourage everyone to do. If everyone just like invites like one person, then imagine like how exponentially that can evolve. If like today and tomorrow, you know, it's doubling and doubling and doubling. It's a very, very exciting way to be able to invite more people to be able to join in and experience what it is that we are creating here together. So as we begin our broadcast, go ahead just by starting to move your body. Maybe you've already started moving your body. And at this point, you can either be sitting, you can be standing. I'm sitting on an exercise ball right now. If you happen to have an exercise ball, personally, I find them incredibly useful. So again, at this point, just moving your body, adding some gentle stretches. We're going to do a little bit of body massage. Oh, so just listen to your body. Maybe you've just started your day. Maybe you're concluding your day, wherever you happen to be. Oh, just listen right now. What does your body need? And I want you to like really like fall in love with just like the feeling of stretches, like the feeling of just like paying attention to your body, the feeling of just giving it what it needs in just simple ways. So from here, just giving yourself a little bit of massage, massaging the shoulders, massaging the pulmonaries, even getting into massaging some parts that maybe you like wouldn't even think about massaging. So you can massage like even like just kind of like the lower base of the neck, up behind, like the just like underneath the skull. Oh, eventually we'll get into doing the face in a second. Before we do that, just massaging like even like underneath like the armpits, or like underneath, like kind of like right underneath like the top of the ribs and everything like that, or even just like underneath the biceps. And again, when we're doing these massages, this is a great way to again be able to just like help like move some of that stagnant energy. So literally you almost kind of want to like pretend, this is a good way of putting it, almost pretend that, you know, you're taking a shower and you're washing yourself with soap. And so when you wash yourself with soap, you do a pretty good job. You like kind of, you go everywhere with it, right? So when we're doing a massage, you almost kind of want to do the same thing. You almost kind of want to like scan your entire body as if you're cleaning it with soap. But obviously you're not cleaning it with soap. You're massaging it with your hands. So even just massaging the palms of your hands, this is always a good one. That one's always like very noticeable when you do that. So again, for those of you who are just joining, just go ahead and jump right in. We're just at the point where again, we're just kind of like massaging our body. For our breath, for our practice today, our meditation practice, we're really just going to be able to practice just connecting with our breath, really dropping into like diaphragm breathing, and really just exploring the idea of observing how capable we are of being able to allow our nervous system to relax, which is one of the most incredibly valuable superpowers that we can adapt, that we can learn, that we can develop. So again, if you want to just like massage any part of your body, just expressing gratitude to it. So just saying thank you to your hands, like thank you hands, thank you for all the things that you allow me to do, push buttons, pull levers, pick up pencils, create art, all those things. So for those of you who are just joining in, again, we're just massaging the body. This is just kind of the first step of the meditation, and this is going to allow the other parts of the meditation to just be even more accessible. So as our body becomes a little bit more relaxed, simply just by massaging and releasing extra tension, you'll find it easier to breathe. You'll find it easier to just drop into that meditative space. So again, just from here, eventually working our way all the way down to our torso, to our hips, to our calves, to our knees. So again, even massaging the lower back if you can, using like the knuckles of your fingers. Oh, and as you're here, just begin breathing. If you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. Gentle inhales. Nice and deep and soft exhales. Massaging the tops of your legs. Again, I know for those of you on Facebook and YouTube, you can't see the lower half of my body, but that's okay. So just massaging your legs. Again, really just like digging in deep. Again, when we're doing that, we're like releasing, we're releasing the tension that's held in the fascia. A lot of the energy that we kind of like acknowledge as like feeling very heavy, like that feeling of feeling very heavy, a lot of that is like stagnant energy that gets held in the body. So again, just by us doing this is incredibly useful. And like it's, you know, like this should be stuff that should be talked about more regularly in culture. This should be stuff on the news. It'd be like, welcome to your breakfast television morning news broadcast. Today we're gonna, you know, make sure that everyone's like massaging and stretching and taking care of their physical body and breathing properly, right? So I mean, essentially that's what we're doing, right? This is our own like morning news broadcast. So thanks for tuning in. And even if you're listening to this later in the day, which I know some of you do. So again, I'm just massaging my feet right now for those of you on Facebook and YouTube. Again, just really digging in deep to the bottom of the feet, just using the thumbs. And again, when we do that, there's going to be some things for those of you who've been here before. Like, yeah, I repeat myself every now and then, but part of the reason for that is like, we're always having new people joining in. And we always want to do our best to be able to explain things, keep it accessible. And one of the things, as we're just massaging our feet here, we're going to switch to the other foot in a second. One of the things that's very important right now is that a lot of people are like just starting to get into meditation. Like there's a lot of people, like more so than ever. I think there's a lot of people right now who are starting to wake up, who are starting to kind of like, you know, ask deeper questions, who are starting to look for alternatives, who are spending a lot of time with themselves. And right now, like meditation and self-care is a necessity. Meditation and self-care is an absolute necessity, like for your sanity. Like straight up, right? So again, like we want to be able to like help assist people. So that's where with the broadcast that I do, a big part of the intention is like, hey, if this is your first time learning how to meditate, I want you to be able to tune into these broadcasts, have fun doing it, and be able to be like, okay, like I'm getting it. Like I'm starting to realize, I'm starting to explore. So thank you. So to all of you, for those of you especially on TikTok, I've been doing a lot of intentional work on TikTok, creating cool content, with part of the intention being that when people, like thousands of people have seen my content on TikTok, like a few of my videos have like over 25,000 views, which is pretty good. And like thousands of people have seen them and liked them. And out of that, there's going to be people, and again, just massaging my foot right now. So if you're massaging your feet too, there's going to be people who are going to see that, and then they're going to tune in. It's going to be an invitation for them to take part in these broadcasts. So like a huge success to the whole team, for everyone, because that's like a huge, really, really cool way just to be able to grow as a community. So again, for those of you who are just new on TikTok, thank you so much for your support. Please feel free to like share my profile with your friends. And again, thank you for just being a part of the story. So just rolling our shoulders here, we're going to work our way up to our face. So even just now, like when you massage your feet, your feet like have meridians that connect to your entire body. So by you massaging your feet and you massaging your hand, it literally activates the meridians. And the meridians are kind of like these energetic pathways throughout your body. So when we feel like kind of like, oh, we're in those fear states, those heavy states, a lot of times it's like the energy is like not moving. So a lot of what we're doing now, it's like we're cleaning the system. And then when we clean it, you can start visualizing now. It's like this water clearly moving through the system. And then that's going to allow us to breathe better, think better, emotionally be present. And it's really just a way to be able to help increase our vitality, increase our awareness, shift our consciousness. So from here, just beginning by massaging up onto the face. And this is very, very important. As you massage into the face, we usually don't give it enough attention. A lot of people just don't really think about massaging their face. You know, usually they'll go to massage parlors where people could massage their face. Thank you to those of you, again, just seeing you on TikTok. One of the comments, host who is Cosmos, says, I hope you go viral all over the world. Thank you, Cosmos. Holding that intention too, right? So again, as we massage our face here, such a valuable practice. So even just as you massage your jaw, massage your temples, it's interesting. Little tidbit here, like why do we words are crazy, right? Why do we call these temples? And it's like, if you think about it, like it's like because the body is like literally like structured almost as if the way that we structure like our physical temples off of. So at the center of like the temples is like the seat of the soul, or the third eye. So it's really really interesting that we just like happen to call these the temples, because it's like in the center of the temples is, our consciousness, our soul. So it's like divinity. So it's like go into your temple. It means like going inside, sort of thing. So kind of interesting that way, right? So like God is wherever you are, because you are an extension of God. You are God. You're a fractal of God. Call it what you will. So again, just massaging here. Oh, even just massaging your ears. And again, this is all part of meditation. This is all part, like there's different variations of meditation. But one way to approach meditation is to practice being present, to practice being in one state of mind at a time, to practice focusing on one thing at a time. So right now, if you're focusing on massaging your ears, be present with that. And just breathe. Just focus on your breath. So again, just massaging the top of the head, and then we're just gonna, we'll do our little cheek exercise. I know you guys like that one. We didn't do that one yesterday. So again, just massaging the head. Ooh. Just allow yourself to kind of like feel like you're like a dog getting its like butt scratch. You're just like, so shake your leg, wag your tail if you want to. So from here, if you need to just get a drink of water, go ahead, get a drink of water. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. I mentioned before, if everybody here, if you guys can do me a favor, if you're tuning into these broadcasts, again, we're doing these Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you on TikTok, the recordings are always on my Instagram and my YouTube, so make sure you're connected there. But if everybody here can invite one person to tune in, and then tomorrow invite one more person, I want to do this as an experiment to see how much we can exponentially grow this. So from here, we're going to do a little cheek exercise. This is like a cheek workout exercise. It's going to help like strengthen your smiles. So we'll practice smile asana. That's when you take the corners of your mouth and you lift them up towards your ears. So when you do it, it looks like this. So you're smiling, right? So just hold that for a second. Lift up your cheeks. Nice big smile. It's interesting because like, a lot of people will just be like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of meh today and everything like that. But if you just like practice smiling, then it kind of like activates like the nervous system. It kind of like activates chemicals, and the body's like, oh, like I guess we're in smile mode. Therefore, I should kind of like experience that. So it's like you can kind of like activate like these emotions. It's really interesting. You're like this. It's almost as if you're this advanced biological machine that you can activate through like triggers within your body. Crazy, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do. And then we're going to move into our breath meditation. We're just going to really focus on like smiles and stuff today. And for our breath meditation, we're going to go for a little bit of a journey and really focus on breathing. So stay tuned for that. And then we move into our movement, our dancing, our vocal exercises, and then we do our chakra practice. For those of you on Instagram who have seen my chakra videos, we do that as a group at the end. All right, okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to put your hands on the bottom of your face here, and what you're actually doing here is you're creating a little bit of resistance. This is like an ancient like Eastern technique. So what you're creating a little bit of resistance here, and then what you're going to do, you're going to lift your cheeks up like this, and then you're going to relax them. Then you're going to lift your cheeks up like this, and then you're going to relax them. And then you're going to do that a bunch more times, and we're actually going to do this 100 times, 100 repetitions. And as you're doing this, you're just doing this as like a little way for you to be able to like strengthen your face muscles, your structures in your face, and it's actually gonna just like kind of like tone your like smile. It's gonna like make your body just kind of be like, oh yeah, like smiles, those feel good. So it's gonna like develop an association between like smiles and healthiness and mindfulness. So follow my lead. This is going to be incredibly ridiculous, and for people who are going to tune in halfway through this, they're going to be like, what? What? Okay, so do this twice a day if you want, but doing it once a day is great too. So a little bit of resistance here, and then follow my lead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try and keep eye contact with me. I dare you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take a break for a second. Make sure you got a little bit of resistance here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Hold it on 40. Hold it there. You're like the strongest. You must strengthen your smile muscle. Lift your cheeks. Okay, 41, 42. I'll count normally. I can't count like Arnold the entire time. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Hold it there. All right, keep going. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. I like how my eyebrows just naturally like go up at the same time. Try and keep your eyebrows stationary if you can. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. You're almost there. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Oh, hold it just on 80. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. You're almost there. You got this. 91, 92, 93. Slow down. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, for those of you who want to go to 111, go for it. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111. Hold it. And release. Give your face a nice massage. You can move right into laughter yoga if you want. So it'd be like, that's a great art to be able to actually just like get good at laughing, spontaneously laughing. And I know there's a couple ways we can do this where it's like the diaphragm breathing, where it's like ha 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 ha. But right now we'll just practice 30 seconds of just pure, just like simple laughter. So just like a little bit of laughter. I just want you to just like, even if you're not like laughing, just make the noise. Believe me, just make the noise. So follow my lead. So deep inhale. Nice exhale on your own. Nice gentle laughter as if someone's told you a really stupid, silly joke that would be like a grade school joke. So even just by you watching me might make you laugh, and then it triggers, like, it's like yawning, right? So 30 more seconds. Feel your breath. Feel your diaphragm. Feel your lungs expand. Keep breathing. Okay. 10 more seconds. 10. 5. 4. Hold it. You're so strong. 2. 1. Release. How does your face feel right now? Probably feels good. I know for some of you, it's like, oh man, like I haven't like laughed and smiled like that in like weeks or something, right? Like last time I smiled on that was because of a silly TikTok video, which for those of you on TikTok would be quite regularly. So, all right, give yourself a little bit more of a face massage. That was great. You guys did great there. That was awesome. All right, so that's it. We're gonna move into our breath practice in a minute. And again, anything that I'm doing here, like I'm doing it in a way that is also just giving you instructions for how you can do it on your own as well. So again, these practices, for those of you who are tuning in, if your routine fits with it, they usually go for about an hour. And they go by quick. It like really goes by quick. And again, for those of you on TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok, thank you. You can also tune in on Instagram and YouTube. So make sure that you click the link in my bio on TikTok to make sure you're also connected there, because there's more content on both of those that's not always on my TikTok. So, but for those of you on all platforms, thank you. Thank you again. And a reminder that if you're in a position where you're able to support financially, you're welcome to sign up to my Patreon. Again, part of what I do, like this is my full-time devotion, so it is made possible thanks to Patreon supporters. So thank you, Patreon supporters. And even if you want to check out the shop, you can check out the shop. You can get light guardian crystals, you can get t-shirts. I'll be launching more of those soon and everything like that. But yeah, if you want to just like support financially and you're in a position to do so, thank you. But in the meantime, of course, just share this with your friends. Experience this, right? So all right, so with that said, we're going to move into our breath practice. So, breath. What's the deal with breathing? Okay, so breathing is so incredibly important. And what we do when we breathe, what we do when we focus on our breath through this practice meditation, we're actually getting really good at allowing the nervous system to relax. And so that's what we're actually going to get good at doing. Oftentimes, if we're just kind of like going about unconsciously, and if we're doing our shallow breathing, it kind of keeps us in this state where we can often kind of be like easily like brought into a state of nervousness. And understandably, that can happen at times. But what we want to be able to learn how to do is to learn how to be able to drop into our diaphragm breathing. And when we do that, to really take deep breaths, and as we do this, we bring more oxygen into the body. It kind of like reactivates some of the awareness within the physical body, within the cells. And in doing so, it's this idea of just allowing the entire nervous system just be able to know that it's safe, to know that it can relax. Because when you think about it, like, and as you're doing this, you can start breathing here. I'm just going to explain for a second, and then we're going to get into it. When you think about it, when are we usually in our short breath? If we look back on like biology and animals and things like that, our short breath would be if we're like getting chased by a predator. If we're getting chased by an animal, it would be like, and we're running like that. So our body in that sense is like, okay, like no time to relax. This is fight or flight. When we're breathing slowly, that usually means we're in a place of safety. And so what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to communicate to our nervous system that we are safe. And we do that by slowly breathing, by gentle breathing. This is a difference between, you may have heard this term before, parasympathetic breathing versus sympathetic breathing. Sympathetic breathing is more just kind of like in the chest. Parasympathetic is like the activation within like the lower diaphragm. So what we're going to do right here, together as a team, you're going to find that just by breathing, by watching this broadcast, I want you to begin kind of tapping into the idea that there's a bunch of us doing this right now. So you're going to experience this idea of co-regulation. By me doing this and by us doing this as a team, it's going to make it easier for you to match the vibration that we are holding right now. So together, straighten up your spine, lift open up your chest just a little bit. Straighten, like literally when you have your spine straight, that can kind of allow like the energy to kind of like move even more like kind of like fluidly. And then from there, we're just going to begin just with gentle inhale, exhale through the nose. So just gentle inhale, exhale. Nice gentle exhale through the mouth. We're going to do that again. Inhale. Nice gentle exhale. And from here, I invite you to close your eyes. And as you breathe here, practice bringing your awareness to your breath. As an act of mindfulness, you'll find that with each exhale, you're just allowing your body to become more relaxed. You are giving your nervous system permission to become more relaxed. I want you to visualize as you breathe. I want you to really kind of imagine, what does it mean to breathe deep? So when we breathe in, I want you to kind of like breathe with like your lower half of your body. You'll understand more what this means just as you begin exploring the concept. And as you breathe in deep, I want you to just gently hold your breath for even just a couple seconds once you kind of have all that air built up in the lower half of your body. So together, deep inhales through the nose or the mouth. Hold for 2 seconds. Nice soft exhale. Gentle inhales. Hold for 2 seconds. Nice soft exhale. And as you continue to breathe here, just allow yourself to be present with this breath. Allow yourself to be present with the sensation of serenity. And you can even begin to notice, if you don't want to do the hold at the 2 seconds, that's fine. Just breathe in a way that feels soothing. And I want you to notice the moment of the inhale meeting the exhale. the exhale meeting the inhale. It's like in the moment, and you can visualize this, of water gently rolling up on a beach. And it's that moment when it kind of like reaches the beach, and then it gently rolls back out. And so as you breathe here, we're going to go on a bit of a journey, but I want you to just kind of visualize and understand on a deep level how your breath, how the breath itself is a very powerful reflection of many patterns that we see throughout nature. And so as you're breathing here, you can almost even begin to observe the breath of a tree. And so you can even imagine how a tree during the day, when the sun's out, it opens up. If it has flowers on the tree, or even just imagining a flower in general, when the sun's out, it opens itself up to absorb. So you breathe in. And then at night, it gently kind of closes its leaves. Or closes its flowers, rather. And you can even expand this visualization to literally even see how this breath is literally the breath of the cosmos. Is the breath of life itself. The inhale, the exhale, the yin, the yang. It is through this perpetual motion that life is brought forth. That life is given a space to exist. And so you can even imagine, with the same idea of a tree, visualize here the idea of a tree as it breathes throughout the seasons. If you were to visualize a tree going through its nature within the process of a year, but in one breath, what would that look like? You breathe in and you see the inhale and the expansion of the leaves and all the way up to the tip of summer. And then on the exhale, fall approaches, winter comes, the tree releases its leaves. And on the inhale again, you see the tree expanding its branches, growing even bigger this time, each year expanding a little bit more. And its leaves coming back, it blossoming. And then on the gentle exhale, you can feel the fall and the winter coming. So when we do this, we can begin to acknowledge the rhythm that we share within our breath that is found all throughout nature. And so keep breathing here. And as you do this, just observe, what does your body feel like? What does your body feel like in this place? Allowing yourself to observe how it in itself has become more relaxed. You giving it permission for it to become more relaxed. And so keep breathing here. And as you're breathing here, we're going to go on a bit of a journey. And what I want you to do is I want you to begin imagining yourself inside of a beautiful forest. And so I want you to visualize a scene within your mind that will help you relax, that will allow you to just be in this place of relaxation, your zen space, your happy space. And we're just going to be here just for a few more moments, because I want you to know that this place is something that you can create, that you can return to at your own will. And so imagine yourself sitting on the floor of a forest, almost in like a forest. Maybe it's got some kind of higher, kind of like hills within it. And you're almost like looking down into the valley of the forest below you. And maybe you're in a forest. Maybe it's like something almost like similar to like the redwoods. And these trees are just incredibly ancient. And as you imagine yourself just sitting on the ground, imagine yourself just feeling the cool earth underneath you. And as you breathe in with your breath, literally allow yourself to breathe in the coolness of the forest, the coolness of the earth, feeling the freshness within the air and moving it into your body. And as you're here in this forest, I literally just want you to focus on just being in this space. Because when you focus and when you cultivate your imagination, the nervous system to the nervous system, it is one and the same. So if you're just like, oh wow, like I really wish I could go to the woods so that I could practice relaxing. Well, what if we can get good at going to the woods inside and achieving a very similar result? And the answer to that is yes, you can do that. And so even as you're imagining yourself sitting on the floor of this forest, almost basically meditating inside this visualization within your mind, feel the texture. Put your hand in the dirt next to you. Feel the dirt within your hands. Look at the sun coming through the leaves of the tree. Feel the breath within your heart. And allow your heart to be something that you're aware of in this moment. Allow yourself to just open your heart to the inspiration and the awe as you look up at these trees, these ancient guardians, these beings that have been here for eons and eons, that share this incredibly dynamic intelligence, the roots connected below, the branches above, and you can feel their presence, you can feel their love. And so as you literally bathe within this forest, allow it to nurture your heart, allow it to inspire your soul, allow it to feed your body. And so we're just going to stay here for the next few moments. Your practice here is literally to just allow your body to be present in the experience of this meditation, and in turn to relax, in turn to be able to allow your nervous system to relax, to connect with the joy inside of your being. And this joy will ripple out throughout your day. Throughout your day, if you notice yourself maybe feeling like you're kind of getting pulled into a place of some sort of frustration or something that you can acknowledge but you don't want to stay in, know that in the process of feeling whatever it is that you may be feeling, also see it as a great opportunity for you to practice your meditation, practice your mindfulness, and to be like, oh, like, okay, I'm feeling something triggered me, something kind of pushed a button. This is a good opportunity for me to practice taking a moment to myself. Maybe it means going into your room, sitting on your bed, and just closing your eyes, breathing, and returning to this space, returning to this forest. And just do that for 2 minutes. And you are the alchemist of your own body. Through your will, you can give your body permission to relax. Because again, the body will just kind of follow the signals. And if the body's like, oh, like we're stressed out, okay, let me turn on stress activation mode because that's what I do. And then we almost have to be like a big brother to our own body and be like, actually, body, like, here, let me show you that it's okay and we can relax right now. And that doesn't mean you're pushing anything away, but it just means you're allowing yourself to rise above higher base actions and impulses, and to be able to use your conscious awareness to be able to determine the state of your being in any moment. And the breath will guide you through anything. And so as you're in this space, I want you to even just invite something else that will help you relax into this space. And then we're going to conclude this part of the meditation, and I want you to kind of explore this deeper on your own another time. The next time you do this, you can even imagine yourself like walking through the woods barefoot. For right now, I want you to imagine that some sort of animal creature finds its way to where you are and gently sits down beside you. So maybe this is a pet, maybe this is a dog, maybe this is a cat, maybe this is like a wolf, maybe this is like a little beaver, or even like a little chipmunk, like some sort of little forest creature. And that being begins to mimic your state of being. And so because you're relaxed, this being naturally sits next to you, or maybe it's a little chipmunk, it like crawls on your leg, and it just kind of relaxes with you. And because it relaxes, it allows you to relax even more. And so you can even just imagine yourself just kind of, again, just kind of looking into the woods, just looking down into the valley of trees below you as you're kind of on like this like little hill within this forest. And you're just seeing the nature around you, and you're just kind of gently petting your little animal friend. And just gently allow yourself to smile. And just feel the power of this space, the power of this nature. Let it fill your heart. Let it fill your breath. Your breath is actually going to become a little bit larger. Like you'll notice your breath is a little bit deeper. So take a few moments here as we gently begin to conclude this part of the meditation to really take like 10 really good deep breaths. I want you to do that intentionally. So if you're following my rhythm, that's fine. If you're doing your own rhythm, that's fine. So I'm just going to do my own rhythm. So gentle inhale. Nice big exhale. Even going a little bit slower, like on just slow down the cadence of the inhale, exhale. Keep breathing here. Do about 5 more. As you breathe in with each inhale and exhale, you're literally breathing in prana. On the exhale, you can imagine kind of like moving out any sort of cloudy smoke, energy that's stagnant that you don't need. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in fresh energy, revitalizing your very being. So just a couple more breaths. Nice big exhale. Nice. One more. Nice soft exhale. Beautiful. Take a moment here to bring in, to just acknowledge what this space is like, reminding yourself you can return to it at any moment. You can explore it more on your own. Say thank you to your little animal friend. Bringing your awareness back to your body, allowing yourself to acknowledge what your body feels like in this moment. Feeling more relaxed. Feeling this place of serenity, this place of calmness. As you breathe here, carrying this vibration with you, allowing it to be something that is present within your heart, present with you through the day, through the week, through the month, something that you can practice returning to as at your free will. So as you breathe here, gently we'll slowly begin to bring awareness back to our physical body. Slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. When you're ready, gently you can open your eyes and return your awareness back to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Good job, everyone. That was wonderful. So go ahead, take your time there. And again, just kind of notice right now. You're probably like noticing, and we're going to stand up in a second. But before we do that, just kind of like take another moment here. What does your body feel like right now? Like, do you feel like you're just like, oh, it kind of feels like, like I just had a hot bath, or I just went to a massage parlor or something like that? So again, that's a very simple but a very powerful practice. You do not need to be an expert yogi to be able to do that. And again, now more than ever, because of the state of the world that we are in, it's a very, very beautiful time for us to be able to have the privilege to be able to sit with our ability to be able to practice this and to get good at this. Imagine going throughout the rest of your life and not knowing that this is a thing. Like, you'd be missing out. Like, that's like one of your superhero abilities. So one of your superhero abilities is your ability to connect with your breath and to be able to communicate to your nervous system and to like change like the state of your entire body simply by connecting with your breath, by focusing on visualizations. And so again, do that as a way to take care of yourself. Do that as an act of love. Do that like as many times as you want through the day. And you're going to allow yourself to just get more familiar with returning to this space. And that's kind of one of the beauties. And we'll stand up in a second. When you do this as a pattern, you're literally creating pathways within your mind, your neurons, your nervous system. And now that you're using these pathways more, you'll be able to access them with more ease. So now, as you start doing this, the next time you do this, you'll be able to do it like easier. And then the next time you'll be able to do it easier as well. So it's a very, very cool way to be able to experience this for yourself. Give me 2 seconds here. So for those of you who are here, we're going to stand up and do our next practice, our movement practice in a second. I'm just checking things here. I'm not sure if looks like we might have lost the TikTok feed for whatever reason. Not exactly sure why. I think my phone might have just died completely. Did my phone die? No, I think it's just glitching out. Here we go. So, all right, okay, good. We're still on TikTok. Wasn't sure if we lost it there for a second. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. So with that said, let's stand up and do a little bit of movement, and then we'll move into our chakra practice meditation. That one went longer. Like, well, one thing when you kind of do stuff like that, you'll notice time begins to kind of like bend in weird ways. I did not realize we were doing that meditation for, I guess, what was almost like 25 minutes. It did not feel like that. So there you go. You've learned how to transcend space and time today too. So, all right. For those of you who are here, we're gently going to stand up. We're going to do a little bit of our movement practice meditation. Okay, good. All right, so begin shaking your body. Begin moving your body. You can do a little bit of dance moves here. Begin shaking your legs. Do your little skidmarinky-dinky-doo. This is a super, super important part of the practice, and it's going to feel a little bit silly, but believe me, this is like all like very, very, very important. So what we're going to do here, just shake up your body. And we're going to do some deep inhale, exhales here, and on the exhales, we're going to go and you're going to shake out your body. You're going to move any stagnant energy. That's why we do this. When we do this, we're like literally moving stagnant energy. So that thing that like someone said to you 2 days ago that you're still like kind of pissed off about or something for whatever reason, you're going to like do that. And you're going to be like, and you're going to shake it out. And you're going to be like, okay, right? Like I got other things I got to work on. I got other things I got to focus on. So, okay, so deep inhale together. Put your arms up together as we breathe. Follow my lead. Exhale, shake it out. Go. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale together. 2 more times. Inhale again. Inhale. 1 more time. Nice, big, gentle, soft breath. Good, good, good. All right, from there, we're just going to do a little bit of dancing. So from here, I want you to imagine that you have like this like ball of energy in your hands. And as you do this, I want you to just be present with the movement of your body. We don't have a lot of time to practice this today, but as we're doing this today, I want this to be something where like today, for anybody watching this, I want you to at some point put on some sort of song, some sort of music, and just practice moving your body. Again, you can call it dance, you can call it what you want, but what you're doing here is you're being present with the natural energy that moves through you. So in the same way blood moves through our veins, it's like there's a cosmic energy that moves through us. And this energy is something where you don't even have to like really think. Like that's the idea. I don't want you to like think right now. I want you to just kind of like allow your body to just like naturally find like where it wants to move. Like allow your body to just like have its own intelligence, its own rhythm, its own breath. And the fact is your body is incredibly intelligent. And usually what happens is that our conscious mind gets in the way of that intelligence. And when we can kind of get our ego out of the way, or at least begin to develop a better relationship with it, the natural intelligence of the body allows itself to come through. And that natural intelligence of the body is the intelligence that wants to protect you, take care of you, and help you thrive. So as we're doing this, we're just kind of allowing ourselves to, again, just kind of like begin developing a relationship with our body where we're just like, okay, like let's be more symbiotic with our body. Let's develop like this like nice, soothing, calming relationship with our body where we can trust it, where we can synergize with it. And so again, as you're doing this, you can again kind of associate this with like Tai Chi. You can focus this on energy movement. You can feel energy moving through your body. And even if you don't feel it, just visualize it and you'll start to feel it, because that's how it works. Like your imagination will eventually become like the pathways for the actual energy itself. So again, as you're doing this, you can kind of like even like, again, think of this as like kind of like Jedi training. You can think of this as kind of like Avatar training, where you're kind of like bending the elements. So you make this your own thing. And if you've never done this before, this is a great way just be able to explore the movements of your body. So just do that for about 30 more seconds. Then we're going to move into a couple more breath exercises. And when you do this, one way that I like to do this, when I like to dance, I like to think of my dance as being like a ceremony where I'm like blessing the earth. So like when I'm dancing, it's like my moves are kind of like almost like I'm like blessing the space around me. So it becomes like very kind of like ceremonial in a sense. Not to say you have to approach it that way, but like that's just like one way that I kind of like allow myself to explore these spaces. And again, when we do this, there's like certain movements that will come through that will probably like surprise you too, where you're just like, oh, like what? Like body, what am I doing here? Like whatever it wants to do. So from here, just gently shake it up, relax, grab a drink of water here for a second if you need it. Thank you again. If you guys are having fun with this, again, just a reminder to like send me a direct message afterwards. Any messages of gratitude, I always super appreciate them. I apologize in advance if I don't get back to every single message. I do get messages fairly regularly, but I really, really appreciate you guys sending messages. So from here, what we're going to do, we only have a couple minutes to do this, but what we're going to do, we're going to do we're going to put a bit of a bend in our knees. This is like part of our regular routine. For those of you who are here, you're going to do this again if you tune in tomorrow. A little bit of a bend into our knees, and we're going to take our hands, you can kind of like put them like this, and we're going to breathe in, and then on the exhale, we're going to go, and when we do the breathing on the exhale, imagine like a gray smoke kind of like leaving your body, and that gray smoke is energy that no longer serves you, stagnant energy. So breathe in together. Exhale, big exhale. Breathe in fresh prana. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale. One more. Good, relax, just shake your arms a bit. Okay, we're gonna move into our dragon roar. Again, this is like part of a routine. We're doing this regular, but like, believe me, like everything I'm doing here is like strategically like designed to be able to like help you like have like an awesome day ahead of you. So believe me, for those of us who have been doing this regularly, if this is your first time here, like enjoy, like have fun doing this. Associate this with fun and play in your mind, and then you'll want to start doing this, and you're gonna start like receiving the benefits of it. And again, this is like avatar training. Like this is like literally like activating our energetic body. So it's all like part of like a bigger vision of kind of like showing up as light guardians. So we're going to do here, we're going to do the dragon's roar. The dragon's roar, similar thing. We're going to imagine what we're going to do. We're going to like, you can even like stance yourself where you're kind of like in like a runner's lunge where you're going to go like that. And when you do this, again, you're expelling kind of like a gray smoke. You go, move it out. But at the same time, I've said this before, use this as an opportunity to be able to like honor and express any sort of rage and emotion and anger that you may be feeling, because we're all feeling it right now. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Your anger, your rage is actually just love in disguise, because if you are angry at something, that only means you care about something very deeply. So I want you to kind of honor any of that, and I want you to express it, and I want you to move that energy instead of it just staying stuck somewhere. So we're going to do deep inhale together. You're going to do a nice big dragon roar. So follow my lead. Have fun with it. Inhale. Big exhale, roar. Going to do that 2 more times. Inhale. One more time. And when you do that, you can gently allow yourself to release and relax after. And now feel how your body feels right now. You're going to feel your body is just kind of like, whew, it's going to feel a little bit lighter. Just breathe here for a second. Good. When you're ready, gently bring yourself back down to seated, and we'll conclude with our chakra practice meditation. So again, maybe you're sitting on your floor. I really do, like, if people have like an exercise ball, like that's personally what I find the best. But if you're just using a chair, that's totally cool too. So, okay. All right. We only have a few minutes left, but we're going to move right into our chakra practice meditation. Again, for those of you who are tuned in on TikTok, this is like a video you've probably seen on my page of the chakra practice. Again, huge thank you to all of you who are here. Again, if you are in a position to do so, please consider signing up to my Patreon. Consider this as like a community class. So if you're just like, hey, like here's like $10 a month, $5 a month, signing up to my Patreon just like allows us to increase our global impact. It supports me as an artist, and it's super, super appreciated. Plus you can get like more perks and discounts on items and all that cool stuff. And yeah, send me a message if you have any questions. But again, I just appreciate everybody being here and your support in all forms. So we're going to do the chakra practice. I'm not going to get into all the details, but we're going to work through each one. And each one has a correlating virtue. I want you to spend more time doing this on your own. And each one, when we do it, focus on the virtue. So the virtue for the third eye, the sound E, the virtue is serenity, calmness, peace. The throat chakra, the virtue is justness. Justice means like timing, saying things wisely. The heart chakra, compassion, the sound is O. Throat chakra is A. Solar chakra, the sound is U. It is about temperance, willpower. Pulmonary chakras, the sound is awe, is connection with our ancestors, ultra memory. Sacral chakra, cultivation of sexual energy, the sound is If you're not practicing cultivating your sexual energy, and basically what it means by this, if you're like refraining from like spilling your cup, so to speak, then this energy is going to move throughout your entire body. It's going to increase vitality. So like seriously, we should all be doing this right now. So root chakra, patience, and this is a sound S. So we're going to go through it right together. Again, we've only got a few minutes here, so I apologize. There are other days when we go really deep with this. Fridays is like the one when we really go deep with this. So be here Friday if you can. So follow my lead and just kind of focus. If it's your first time here, just kind of focus on the feeling and focus on the sound and just be present with the practice and go deeper the more chance you get to do this. So deep inhale, exhale on your own. Just deep inhale, inhale, exhale. Nice big exhale. Follow my lead. Deep inhale, the sound E. E. Inhale the sound A. Inhale the sound Ah. Inhale the sound O. Inhale the sound U. Inhale the sound M. Inhale the sound S. You're going to go through it one more time. Again, when we do this, this is literally like strengthening the organs of our energetic body. That's what the chakras are. So when we do this, we're moving the muscles, we're working the muscles. And when these muscles aren't being worked with, our energetic body kind of atrophies. So this is about strengthening the energetic body, which strengthens the physical body, which strengthens the mental body, which strengthens the astral body. So if you would like a lecture more about this, I have a 2-hour lecture I can send anybody, plus a cheat sheet, note sheet, if you want some more info. We'll do it again one more time. Focus on the vibration, focus on the feelings. Inhale the sound E. Inhale A. Inhale O. Inhale Ah. Inhale U. Inhale M. Inhale S. Gently put your hands on your lap. Relax. Close your eyes. Take a couple seconds here. Deep, gentle breaths. Observe, what does your body feel like right now? Visualizing this like rainbow energy kind of swirling through your chakra points, strengthening your auric field, increasing your vitality, allowing yourself to be more connected with your heart, with this present moment, with gratitude, with love, with your cosmic power, with your ability to be able to help show up for yourself, for community, for the world, for the entire shift in consciousness, simply by being your authentic self. So thank you for being a fellow student of the cosmos as we continue to learn here together. Take one more deep, gentle breath and we'll finish it off with some eye gazing. Finish it off with a smile on that exhale. Slowly open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Thank you again so much, everyone, for joining in. Again, if this is your first time here, the recordings are all online on my Instagram and my YouTube, so be sure to check those out. You can join us again Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tell your friends, again, for everybody here, do me a favor, tell one friend about this broadcast or about my channel and invite them to be able to tune in. So just finishing off with a little bit of eye gazing here. Again, reminder, check out more ParadigmShiftCentral.com. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being all that you are as we continue to be echoes of the stars, showing up and doing our part, changing this world with the power of our heart as we continue to learn each and every time, as we continue to do our part, as we shift the paradigms. Finish it off with a wolf howl. I love you so much. simply by watching this broadcast. You're going to have an awesome day. I love you. Go team, go. Much love. As always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Pew, pew, pew. All right, thanks again, TikTok. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my Instagram and YouTube. Links are in my bio. So links are in my bio for my Instagram and YouTube. So, and feel free to send me a direct message if you tuned into this. All right, see you soon. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube.